Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
NTFL-CAC reports dismantling of 89 NPA guerrilla fronts. Government security forces plan joint cyber cell to combat misinformation. DILD reminds public of September 30 voter registration deadline. DFAIs to raise Lebanon crisis alert to level 4 or mandatory repatriation.
Good day, everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Friday, July 12, and we will bring you the latest news about the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, the National Task Force to End Local Communities Armed Conflict announced the dismantling of 89 NPA guerrilla fronts from 2018 to the present in their first semestral accomplishment report. NTFL-CAC Executive Director Undersecretary Ernesto Flores Jr. attributed this significant achievement to the whole-of-nation approach in combating the communist movement. He also emphasized that the cooperation of all sectors paved the way for establishing long-lasting peace in the country. Currently, the NPA has no active guerrilla fronts, with only 7 weakened fronts remaining.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The government security forces are set to establish a joint cyber cell to counter the spread of misinformation and disinformation, especially on social media. This initiative was one of the agreements signed by the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, and the Philippine Coast Guard during the National Joint Peace and Security Coordinating Center meeting held at Camp Crame, Quezon City yesterday. The security forces also signed an agreement to enhance information sharing as part of maintaining peace, order, and national security. The JPSCC is responsible for planning and implementing security operations, monitoring situations, and training each organization.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear an update from Jai regarding 78 IB commends former rebels for a key role in ending insurgency in Eastern Samar.
Rofh, the 70th Infantry Battalion commended the former New People's Army rebels for their role in leading the Philippine Army to a hidden cache of war material in Eastern Samar. 70th IB Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Bugawan highlighted how intelligence from them resulted in the discovery of firearms and ammunition belonging to the NPA's Apoy platoon. He said that this breakthrough of Project Apoy showcased the commitment of former insurgents to peace and their crucial contributions to the government's efforts to end local armed conflict. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines. Rofh, the 5th Infantry.
Thank you so much, Jai.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the Department of Agriculture assured the public the rising prices of selected vegetables would stabilize starting this week. DA Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa cited the ongoing harvest in the southern Tagalog region as a key factor, expecting prices to drop gradually. Recently, tomatoes and other vegetables like carrots, eggplants, and bell peppers saw price increases. De Mesa attributed the hikes to delayed harvest due to unpredictable weather, El Nino effects, and Typhoon Aghon.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Information and Communication Technology aims to provide efficient internet access, especially at government sites, before President Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s term ends. In a pre-zona briefing, the ICT Secretary John Ivan Uy stated that this initiative under the National Broadband Network serves as the government's internet backbone. The program will ensure free Wi-Fi at all government agencies, public schools, health facilities, and town plazas. The DICT is currently in the second to third phases of implementing projects in Luzon, including the Bicol region, as well as parts of Visayas and Mindanao.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From First CRG, let's hear more updates from Meljoy about 5th ID Commander targets to end insurgency in Cagayan Valley and Cordillera region.
Rofh, the 5th Infantry Star Division of the Philippine Army newly installed Commander Major General Gulliver Seniere's Philippine Army targets to end insurgency in the entire Cagayan Valley and parts of the Cordillera region by the end of 2024. Major General Seniere said that the military must prepare for the territorial defense, not because of the anticipated attacks, but because of the need to modernize the Philippine Armed Forces as modernized by countries in Southeast Asia and around the world. He added that we are so focused on internal security challenges that the modernization program of the soldiers as a means of protecting territorial integrity and sovereignty is not yet fully implemented. Major General Senieres is promoting his personal advocacy of leadership development to continue quality governance during his leadership. Meanwhile, Major General Senieres assured that they will perform and overcome the assigned duties despite the weight of the soldiers' work due to their continued service to secure and protect the entire region. This is Meljoy Nesho reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Meljoy from First CRG.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine Coast Guard is still searching for a fisherman missing since last week, following a collision between a foreign vessel and a fishing boat in the waters of Subic, Zambales. The incident occurred last July 3, causing the fishing boat carrying Filipino fishermen to sink. According to the PCG, 47-year-old Robert Mondoneño survived, but his brother Jose Mondoñedo remains missing. Robert recounted that their boat was struck by a foreign vessel, leaving him adrift for 3 days before being rescued. The BRP Sindangan continues the search, with the PCG coordinating with Indonesian Port State Control as the suspected Chinese vessels Yongfa, Men, and Meilan, who were last tracked in their waters.
DWDD National News.
The Department of the Interior local government is reminding the public of the September 30 voter registration deadline for the upcoming 2025 elections. The ILG also noted that August 31 is the last day of the Register Anywhere program, where the qualified registrants can go to the various RAP sites. Earlier, the Commission on Elections announced that the ongoing voter registration has hit more than 4 million applicants. The figure is more than 100% of its original target of 2 million.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From 6CRG, let us hear more updates from Dick about Palaweños commemorate the first West Philippine Sea Day. Let's hear more details and updates from Dick.
In honor of the nation's triumph at the Arbitral Tribunal 8 years ago, which upheld the Philippines' rightful claims in the West Philippine Sea, Palaweños celebrate West Philippine Sea Day today with the theme, Pilipinas ang nanalo, Pilipino isulong mo. Various sectors across Palawan participated in the spirited parade, starting from the Cathedral area, proceeding along Rizal Avenue and concluding at the Provincial Capital Convention Center, Puerto Princesa City. The commemoration featured a mass and program highlighting the significance of the Arbitral Tribunal decision and the continued advocacy for Philippine sovereignty. Honorable MP Albayda Sangguniang Bayan, member of Bayan ng Kalayaan and co-convener of Sulong West Philippine Sea, expressed a warm welcome to all participants. The event will also witness the reading of Provincial Ordinance Number 3498, which officially designated July 12 of every year as West Philippine Sea Victory Day in Palawan. Governor Honorable V. Dennis M. Socrates presided over the ordinance signing, solidifying the province commitment to honoring the pivotal moment in Philippine history. In addition, Honorable Ferdinand Sabalya, League of Barangay President of Palawan and lead convener, called collective action in safeguarding the Philippines' maritime territories. This celebration not only marks a historic victory but also underscores Palawan's enduring support for the country territorial integrity and maritime rights in the West Philippine Sea. This is Dick reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Dick.
Armed Forces Radio.
For more updates, let us hear from Beth about the PNP chief condoles with family of fallen South Trooper in Cotabato operation.
The Philippine National Police Chief, Police General Romel Francisco Marvel, extended his condolences to the family of Special Action Force troopers, Police Master Sergeant Jude Michael Gregorio, who was killed in an operation in Cotabato yesterday. The policemen were serving warrant against Makabuat Salik, alias Kwat Isko, based on intelligence that he possesses firearms and was involved in illegal drug trade. Salik and 5 of his associates were killed in the exchange and 30 minutes firefight. Gregorio lost his life, while 6 other staff personnel were injured while attempting to serve search warrant in the barangay New Panay, Alyuzan. This is Betaniete reporting for the EFP Community News, one EFA for the stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Daniete.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Foreign Affairs is closely monitoring the situation in Lebanon as the fighting between the Hezbollah group and Israeli troops continue. DFA Undersecretary Eduardo de Vega said that they are considering implementing Alert Level 4 or mandatory repatriation. He explained that the tension might escalate as the Israelis are indicating that they will do what it takes to get Hezbollah to stop the attacks. De Vega also said that some countries are already moving their citizens out of Lebanon.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, warned the public of escalating sulfur dioxide emissions from Taal volcano and raises concerns over volcanic smog, or VOG. PHIVOLCS said that measurements from the Taal main crater showed a significant increase in sulfur dioxide emissions, reaching 11,745 tons. The agency explained that exposure to volcanic sulfur dioxide can irritate the eyes, throat, and respiratory tract, especially to vulnerable populations. PHIVOLCS urged the residents to take precautionary measures, including staying indoors and using masks to minimize the exposure.
Armed Forces Radio.
We have a report coming in about AFP Chief welcomes incoming Defense and Armed Forces Attaché. Go for the details, Gina.
As Rofh, AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. welcomed the incoming Defense and Armed Forces Attaché during their courtesy call at AFP General Headquarters in Camp Aguinaldo. The new attaché include Captain Arnold Fortin, Colonel Michael Ramil Cabusas, and Colonel Ronald Gaboy. General Browner provided guidance to enhance AFP relations with their respective host countries. According to AFP Public Affairs Office Chief Colonel Cerces Trinidad, the DAFAS serve as the primary point of contact for foreign, defense, and security issues related to the Philippines. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National
President
News.
Ferdinand Marcos Jr. handed over 26 million pesos in financial assistance to the local governments of Cavite and Rizal. This is to help farmers and fisherfolk affected by the El Nino phenomenon. Of the figure, President Marcos extended 12.36 million pesos to Cavite Governor John Vic Remulla and 14.51 million pesos to Rizal Governor Nina Linares. In his speech, PBBM recognized the help of farmers and fisherfolk in ensuring food security in the country.
DWDD. National News.
The Department of Agriculture in Region 11 said that there is no rice shortage in Davao City. DA11 Regional Executive Director Macario Gonzaga directed their operations and marketing team to investigate and shed light on the matter. Gonzaga said the Facebook post alleging a rice supply shortage in some stores in Davao City has been removed. The DA official also noted that there is no significant price movement of rice in the city based on their monitoring.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let's hear a reporter on the ground for some updates about closing ceremony marks the successful conclusion of Regional Youth Leadership Summit NZR 2024. Go over the details, DP.
Rofh, the 70th Infantry Battalion commended the former New People's Army rebels for their role in leading the Philippine Army to a hidden cache of war material in eastern Samar. 70th IB Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Bugawan highlighted how intelligence from them resulted in the discovery of firearms and ammunition belonging to the NPA's Apoy platoon. He said that this breakthrough of Project Apoy showcased the commitment of former insurgents to peace and their crucial contributions to the government's efforts to end local armed conflict. This is Joy reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
DWDD. National News.
Let's get back to the report of DP. For other national news, the Department of Transportation is pushing for a cable car technology that will connect Taytay Rizal to Antipolo City. DOTR Undersecretary Timothy John Batan said the detailed feasibility study will start in the coming months. Batan explained that the cable car technology will complement the proposed construction of the Metro Rail Transit 4. MRT4's last station in the eastern part of Metro Manila was proposed to be in Taytay Rizal.
DWDD. National News.
The House of Representatives will still reserve a seat for Vice President Sara Duterte Carpio in case she changes her mind and attends President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s State of the Nation address on July 22. House Secretary General Reynald Velasco explained that in the previous years, they had guests or VIPs that reconfirmed at the last minute. Thus, they won't remove VP Sara's seat. Earlier, Velasco said that the VIPs can decide up until the day of SONA whether or not they would attend.
Armed Forces Radio.
And for other updates, let us hear the details about PIDEA BARM neutralizes drug personality in Maguindanao del Sur. Go ahead, Chris Bell.
Operatives of PIDEA BARM drug enforcement officers together with the 40th Infantry Battalion Philippine Army, Regional Drug Enforcement Unit BARM, Provincial Drug Enforcement Unit of Maguindanao Police Provincial Office, and Sharip Aguac PNP successfully neutralized a drug personality and seized 340,000 pesos worth of shabu after a bypass operation at Barangay Poblacion 2, Sharip Aguac, Maguindanao del Sur yesterday. Upon the consummation of the transaction, the target suspects, who was later identified as Haidir Ali Di Masisil, also known as Den, and alias Dats, sensed that they were dealing with PIDEA operatives and immediately fired upon the operating team, which resulted in a short firefight resulting in the wounding of the suspect. He was immediately brought to the nearest hospital for medical treatment. However, he was declared dead on arrival by the attending physician. Meanwhile, the suspect's other cohort, identified as alias Dats, managed to elude the arrest. On the other hand, during the firefight, one of the operating team members sustained a gunshot wound and was immediately brought to the hospital and is now in stable condition. Recovered and confiscated were one piece of heat-sealed transparent plastic sachet of methamphetamine hydrochloride known as shabu, weighing more or less 50 grams with a standard drug price of 340,000 pesos and the bypass money. This is Crisbel May Lorenzo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Chris Bell.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Mandaluyong, let us have some information from Ella Mercado about Mandaluyong LGU launches a la stress habit as a government campaign against malnutrition.
Thank you very much. Part of the celebration of Nutrition Month this July, led by City Health Department and City Nutrition Committee, Mandaluyong City local officials launched their Ala Stress Habit program in support of government's campaign against malnutrition throughout the country. The Ala Stress Habit program of Mandaluyong LGU was first launched in 2017 with the intention of persuading all their City Hall employees to participate in their 15 minutes exercise that is being done every 3 p.m. every day. According to former City Councilor Charis Abalos Vargas, they want to spread to all the townspeople the importance of exercising every day to one's health. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Information and Communications Technology is currently preparing cybersecurity guidelines for government agencies. This aims to compel various agencies to fix vulnerabilities on their websites. The ICT Secretary Ivan John Uy then warned the government agencies that they will impose some penalties or administrative sanctions to those who have been informed of their vulnerabilities and have not taken any remedial action within a certain period. We also emphasize that cybersecurity is challenging, describing it as a global problem.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine National Police is considering giving additional reward to anyone who can provide a tip that could lead to the arrest of Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. But PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo said that this needs to undergo the right process in terms of auditing, budgetary rules, and guidelines of the agency. Fajardo also confirmed that they have received several calls on the possible whereabouts of Kibuloy after the Department of the Interior and local government announced a bounty of 10 million pesos for the pastor's arrest. However, the PNP said that they are being careful with all the information they have been receiving.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let's hear from Spencer about military troops neutralize NPA rebel in clash in Masbate.
Yes, Rofh. A new People's Army member was neutralized in a clash with government troops in Barangay Igang, Masbate City. Major Frank Rolden, 9th Infantry Division Public Affairs Unit Chief, identified the slain rebel as Marvin Bereja Ipil alias Martin from Mobo Town. The encounter involving the 96th Infantry Battalion led to the recovery of an M14 and an M16 rifle and other items. 9ID Commander Major General Adonis Bajau credited the success to the cooperation between local residents and the military, urging continued community support to maintain peace and security. Again, this is Spencer Ross reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer Ross.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Ferdy about PAF Simog launches Strategic CMO NCO Course Class 2024 in collaboration with AFP CMO School.
Good day everyone. The Philippine Air Force Civil Military Operations Group has officially launched the Strategic CMO NCO Course Class 2024 in collaboration with the AFP CMO School Civil Relations Service Armed Forces of the Philippines. The event was attended by Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy L. Brave, Philippine Air Force GSC, Deputy Group Commander of PAF CMOG as the keynote speaker, and Major Benedict Alfonso Cagatin, Infantry Philippine Army, Commandant of AFP CMO School. The course aims to address the essential training needs of CMO operators by enhancing the students' knowledge and skills in various aspects of civil military operations, particularly in planning and executing CMO activities. This is Ferdy Blues reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ferdy Blues.
National
The Anti-Money Laundering Council announced it has secured a freeze order from the Court of Appeals for the assets of suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo and other individuals and companies allegedly involved in illegal Philippine offshore gaming operation or POGO. Also included in AMLC's petition are assets of Ziyang Huang and Baoyin Lin, who are involved with the companies Zun Yuan Technology Incorporated, Baofu Land Development Incorporated, and Hongsheng Gaming Technology Incorporated. The freeze order approved by the Court of Appeals encompasses 90 bank accounts, several real properties, and high-value personal properties.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in next week for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster